Anna Baylor once said, "I'm always interested in exploring female fantasy, and the sexy witch is a loaded archetype that is simultaneously about men's fears and fantasies about women, and women's feeling of empowerment and agency." In The Love Witch, she blends the femme fatale archetype from film noir with classic horror elements. Elaine is crafted as a modern Medea, a woman who kills not for power or lust, like male killers, but for love. Just like the mythical witch Medea, Elaine would rather see a man dead than see him alive and not loving her. In a literal sense, she loves men to death. Baylor's films are visually dense and immersive, not just in terms of color, costume, and production design, but also in how they center on a female perspective. When asked about her thoughts on the female gaze and its connection to desire and pleasure, she explained, "I love it when objects were treated erotically." She further elaborated, "I love color, I love interior decorating, I love objects, I love faces. And so, for me, a female gaze is about gazing at the things that I find interesting." And that's how she did in the film. Baylor designed an entirely pink Victoria tea room, creating an intensely feminine atmosphere. The set itself signaled that this is a woman's domain, a place where men feel out of place. Elaine kills grief in front of her own painting, then loses herself in a fantasy where she believes she has achieved her perfect romance, the way her own artwork frames her reality. Baylor personally crafted a pentagram rug, a ritualistic object that Elaine kneels upon, praying for love. This rug serves as a visual anchor for Elaine's desperate search for romance and control over her fate. There are numerous shots of Elaine gazing into mirrors, sometimes admiring herself, sometimes judging herself. Anna Baylor used all of this to construct Elaine's world and emphasize her desperate longing for love. Although the film appears to take place in the present, Baylor carefully constructs a world that blends historical and modern costume, set design, performance styles, and filmmaking techniques. She draws inspirations from 1960s Technicolor melodramas and 1970s Italian genre films, creating a space that feels both timeless and surreal. In cult cinema, retro aesthetics are often highly male-driven, as seen in Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino's Greenhouse, which indulges in graphic violence and exploitation tropes. In contrast, Baylor's retro influences are unapologetically feminine, rather than objectifying women. Her camera focuses on costumes, objects, and aesthetics, making them the true subjects of the gaze. Baylor first gained attention as a cult director through Viva, a feminist reimagining of the sexploitation genre, the category historically dominated by male filmmakers. Both Viva and The Love Witch explore the complex sexual fantastic of their female protagonists, rejecting the traditional male-centered narratives of desire. The Love Witch was screened at numerous underground and horror film festivals, placing Baylor's work at the fringes of mainstream taste. Her films naturally attracted a cult following, particularly among fans of horror and erotic cinema. Elaine's obsessive mindset, her magic-driven worldview, and the film visual style already make The Love Witch a complete cult film, but cult audience had never shied away from enjoying erotic imagery. Most cult films use sex as spectacle, a shock or provocation. The Love Witch integrates it as a natural part of the love and fantasy. It's the most realistic part of woman's romantic imagination, more honest than the traditional prince and princess princess fairy tale.
Physical or chemical, we're pretending to